Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. I am here with Geeky Pixie and Mad's Mama Bear, and we are going to be doing episode 5 of the Versus Streams, Grindelwald versus Voldemort. Both have the Elder Wand, or a version of it, and Voldemort will not have his Horcruxes. This is going to be a one-on-one to the death. And so, with that clarification out of the way, Geeky, how are we doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. Mads?
Doing good.
All righty. Would you guys like to plug anything going on?
I don't know.
I'm just working on a little restructuring this past couple of weeks, so yeah.
Well, I'm down in a much better location with a lot better Wi-Fi for the next 2 months, folks, through March and April, so I will possibly be doing more live streams while I am down here. I did a random stream, one of those rare ones, last night. Geeky was on last night, had a blast with others. Even Riot Kitty, her voice twin, came on, which was also funny. Oh, dang. And, yep, I did send the link out to Ambassador, but unfortunately he just got back to me. And I'm going to have to pause for 1 second or mute myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Evening, DJ Odyssey.
Hello, Odyssey.
Okay, and with that out of the way, howdy do, Deej. Good to see you, man. So, Voldemort and Grindelwald. Grindelwald and Voldemort. We know that they have crossed paths in the Harry Potter universe. In the books, Voldemort kills Grindelwald, but Grindelwald is wandless and locked up and haggard because of his life sentence in the northern prison that is not Azkaban.
True, but he still did taunt Voldemort.
Oh yes, he taunted him.
Taunted him mercilessly.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give massive respect on that.
It's like, yeah, dude, I know exactly who you are. I know what you're doing. You're nothing but a bitch. Shut the fuck up and kill me. You're not going to get the location of the wand. I don't want you to have it. I learned from my mistakes. Had a lot of time to think about them. And 4 walls to talk to. So, yeah. He taunted Voldemort. And he's like, I ain't telling you where it is. You can find it yourself.
Yep.
But when he had it, and we've seen him in Crimes of Grindelwald and in Fantastic Beasts 1, he doesn't exactly use that same wand in Fantastic Beasts 1,
Mm-hmm.
but he does still use some pretty cool magic in Fantastic Beasts 1. I mean, he knows metamorph, or he's not a metamorph magus like Tonks,
Mm-hmm.
but he does know how to change his looks to look like another without Polyjuice Potion. That's not an easy feat in the magical world.
No, it's not. He actually is referred to as just as powerful as Dumbledore.
Exactly, and Voldemort was never as powerful as Dumbledore. Yes, he dabbled with or tried to get immortality, actually achieved it in a quasi sense, but he never quite got there to live forever, which, as we know from Fantastic Beasts 2, Crimes of Grindelwald, immortality is not all it's cracked up to be, according to Nikolai Flamel, who is literally running like 0.001 miles an hour, just trying to get to that glowing ball. It's like, just trying to get there. And I'm like, it's going to take him the entire movie just to get over there. No, I'm going to say Grindelwald because Voldemort couldn't beat a high schooler, but I don't know anything about him. Good to see you, Biggles Mets. Oh my god, man, that's a good one.
It is a good point, though.
It is. But
Couldn't
Voldemort
even
is,
beat a baby.
yeah, Voldemort is no slouch. His only real weakness was Harry. He didn't, and his massive ignorance on positive magic. That is the only real weaknesses he had. He is one of, or even by Dumbledore's standard, Dumbledore said expertly, he's like, he is the most powerful of Legilimens, mind reader, you will ever know. More powerful than naturally born Legilimens. Like, what's her name from Fantastic Beasts?
Queenie.
Yeah, Queenie. And it's like, she can hear, or Queenie's very powerful, don't get me wrong. When it comes to Legilimency, she is hearing everything. She can't turn that off.
Yeah.
So, but if she was to really focus it, oh, damn, she would be powerful. Now, as for Voldemort's other powerful things, well, let's take a look at some of his, or because Mads sent me this in before the stream, and I just got to read from it. This is actually Grindelwald's hobbies: murdering people, torturing people, wreaking havoc and destruction, dominating other dark wizards and witches, and practicing the dark arts. I mean, that is pretty cool, folks. Let's be frank. Grindelwald, he also didn't rule through overt fear. He used fear, yes, but not in the way that Voldemort did to gain followers. He didn't kill people just to throw fear around and say, serve me or die. No, he had them make the choice and seduced them, kind of like he's kind of like Palpatine in that regard.
In a sense, a lot of Grindelwald's followers he actually referred to as brother and sister.
Yes.
They were like family, and they were treated that way.
Exactly. And then you also had names like Rosier, who were with him. Those two psychotic witches in the beginning, or in Crimes of Grindelwald. One, the one that murdered the baby. And I'm like, to be completely honest, I have a thing against seeing children killed, like,
Yeah.
brutally, or just babies murdered. So when I did the Rambo 4 stream, yes, it does kind of bother me, but that one doesn't bother me as much for some weird reason. But when it came to Crimes of Grindelwald, when I was seeing it in theaters, and she uses a killing curse on a baby, man, it's like, stay down in your seat and review the fucking movie. That's exactly what I had to tell myself. And somebody actually, I had to say it out loud too. And somebody behind me is like, shh. I'm like, fuck off.
But for me, that is one of the major differences between the two of them.
Yeah.
Other than like their basic philosophy when it comes to Muggles, but it's how they treat their followers.
Mm-hmm.
Because Grindelwald's followers were loyal to him to a fault out of love.
Yes, where everyone else was loyal to Voldemort out of fear.
Yes, and that quite a number of times turned on him.
Mm-hmm. Malfoy's turned on him. Freaking.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give massive respect to Narcissa Malfoy. She looked the most powerful Legilimens in the eye and told him that Harry Potter was dead.
Yeah.
He didn't question it.
He didn't even look to see her mind either.
Exactly, because he was so hell-bent on killing him.
You gotta remember, though, her sister was a Legilimens.
Mm-hmm.
So she probably picked up a few tricks on how to hide from them.
Yeah.
Well, Voldemort also didn't even attempt to read the mind like he does everyone else. I think it's because he's like, if you tell me that he's alive, I'm going to kill you.
Yep. I'm going to say Grindelwald because Voldemort. Oh, we already went over that. Grindelwald sounds like my kind of dude. Yes, Biggles, he definitely is. How you doing, G-Fan? Good to see you. Soul Assassin, good to see your name back to normal.
Hey.
Fear is the path to the sock side.
Sark.
Exactly what is a sock?
I think it's supposed to say dark, but typo.
And it's good to see you, Soul Assassin.
I don't know. No, the second movie was the path to the sock side. So.
Yeah. I mean, Queenie, oh my God, man. Her decision, you could tell she was going nuts during the whole second movie. But when she's like, he's the answer. Walk with me. Honey, no. Walk with me. It's like, and then she realized she made a mistake, but what he said next made her decision for her. You're crazy. It's like, don't call her crazy. I mean, did you not learn anything from Charlize Theron in Hancock? Anyway, but back to Grindelwald and Voldemort. Now, if Voldemort used Protego Diabolica like Grindelwald did in the Crimes of Grindelwald movie, the Blue Flame Circle, I'm willing to bet most of his followers would not be able to make it through. Some of them definitely. Many of them definitely. But there are some of his followers, like the Malfoys, they would burn.
Oh, yeah.
They would burn because How you doing, Stig? Good to see you.
Hey, Stig.
Hey, Stig.
Now, but yeah, because ruling through fear does cause doubt and does cause resentment. Also, when I read off Grindelwald's, are you sure those were Grindelwald's hobbies?
I can send you the link straight up. Those were his hobbies.
Oh my gosh!
I wonder what Voldemort's hobbies are going to be.
You know, yes. Oh my gosh, Stig, get to Stig. We got a moving chat right now, but yeah, he's gonna be bringing the puns.
Yeah, always does. That's what I love about him.
He is the pun master. Now,
yeah.
Okay. Now that we've basically gotten some doting out of the way of each, Geeky, without any explanation or reasoning, who would win, Voldemort or Grindelwald?
Grindelwald.
Mads?
I gotta side with Grindelwald as well.
Shit, I think all three of us are of the same mind. Because it's like, Grindelwald, I mean, yes, there's no doubting Voldemort's power. This man, out of sheer hatred and on a wand that was resisting him, collapsed a very powerful magical barrier around Hogwarts.
Which took a lot out of him.
Yes, it did. It also took a lot out of that wand. I mean, that rundown shot of where the wand is literally cracking and you can actually see a green glow in there. It's like, yikes, dude. But he's he's no slouch. He has done some he can cast Fiend Fire without a wand.
I have his hobbies here.
Alrighty.
His hobbies are not as impressive as Grindelwald's, and I will own this. Killing and torturing his enemies, either to further his plans or for his own entertainment. Plotting and scheming. That's it.
Wow, nothing about a snake.
Nothing about playing with a snake. Pause.
Well, that's actually another thing about these two. In one way or another, they both have had interaction with Nagini.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think that Grindelwald knew that Nagini was a Maledictus, but he did know that Credence cared for her, which I do think might actually come to play in later iteration or later movies. I just don't know how I feel about Mads Mikkelsen playing Grindelwald.
It's not going to be as good as Johnny Depp.
No, honestly, it won't. You're changing not just the actor, but the voice, the tenor, it's like,
the attitude.
Dude, the attitude. You got to have. I mean, don't try being Johnny, but also try being Johnny. I'm voting for
kind of like Will Smith when he had to do the genie. He
exactly.
honored Robin Williams, but he still kept it his own.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm voting for Frodo Gryffindor, the necromancer from Game of Airbenders. You want to trigger people, or you want to trigger 100 or different fandoms? This is how you do it.
I've seen the likes and dislikes for this stream. Just this whole topic is triggering.
Seriously, people are leaving me dislikes on this video.
You have more
We're
dislikes
talking
than
about.
likes.
We're
You know what?
about Voldemort and Grindelwald. I think it's because it's Johnny Depp.
No, because it's J.K. Rowling.
Oh, that's it.
You know what? From somebody who has a YouTube channel that usually starts off with at least one dislike, before I even share the stream out. Thank you for the interaction, because you're helping the algorithm.
You are helping the algorithm. I mean, even if this one gets ratioed, yes, I'm not going to talk about J.K. Rowling, folks, because she is not an important thing here. We're not going to get into that. This is strictly just talking about two things that happen to be her creation.
Yeah, Dark Wizards.
I can separate artist from art.
Yeah.
To a degree. Brie Larson. But other than that, yeah.
That's an awful cough you got there.
I know. Tell me
Sound
about it.
Flat.
Left a bad taste in my mouth too. Quite literally. There we go. Anyway, but yes, it's pronounced Mads Mikkelsen. Is it though? Is it? That's what she said. Oh, I love it, Soul. Wizards are lame. Okay, growling is better. Can handle a wand. Except Lord of the Rings wizards. You know what? I might actually do a Lord of the Rings wizards versus Wizarding World wizards as a versus stream later on.
Oh.
But I think we all know who would win.
Even just a Dumbledore versus Gandalf would be interesting.
Dumbledore versus Gandalf the White would be interesting, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Mithrandir is no slouch either. But back to the versus stream. So we're all of the same mind that Grindelwald would win, and we all basically know why, because, well, he's not strictly dark. Mm-hmm. He dabbles in the dark arts, yes, but he also does know that there is power that can be wielded in other areas of magic. He uses elemental magic, something I have not seen, well, except for Fiendfire, of course, and maybe the occasional... No, he didn't use lightning at all. But Fiendfire takes a lot to get rid of. But Protega Diabolica, which basically, if left out of control, grows into 3 fucking demonic dragons that will incinerate and consume a city.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know if it is or not. Saruman in his prime is the most powerful one. That's debatable, Stig. That is debatable. I will actually debate you on that sometime. But yes, no doubt that Saruman is no slouch. I mean, when they went to Dumbledore. But anyway, back to the first stream. Stop getting me off track, Steak. But so yeah, what are your guys' reasonings behind Grindelwald's winning?
Well, the fact that Voldemort was only able to kill him because he was basically defenseless. And even though he was defenseless, he still looked him in the eye and, taunted him. Because Grindelwald knew, and Voldemort knew, that if Grindelwald was able to fight, Voldemort would not be walking out of that fight alive.
Probably not. He'd be
And I think
disembodied
that's
for
probably what agitated Voldemort when he was taunting him. Because he didn't want to admit that this guy is better than me. That's my reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Still bothers me that these idiots, or that people actually downvoted this.
I'm thinking it's probably because Johnny Depp is Grindelwald, and there's people that'll do that.
Yeah. I didn't. But here's the thing: I did not know that there were Amber Heard bots that followed me.
It might be Amber
They're
Heard
on
bots.
YouTube. They look up anything that for Johnny Depp's characters.
Yeah. Well, now it's up to 6 and 6, so yeah, we're at 50-50. But anyway,
Okay,
Mads,
okay,
your
hold on, Stieg. You think you're balancing your toxicity? I'm bi.
Mads can win versus
I can be
me
equally toxic on both sides.
at least 2 times a week because I am rather balanced in my toxicity.
I can be equally balanced by toxic on both sides.
Yeah,
but that's not the point here.
Bi is the way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, Mads, your reasoning
the
behind
battle between Dumbledore and Grindelwald is considered like
Voldemort.
the best wizard duel of all time.
Yeah.
And they fought that to like the last inch of what they had in them.
Mm-hmm. And it was said to have taken like days, I think, or hours or something.
Yes. Versus the fight between Albus and Voldemort. No. Yeah. That did not last long, and it really didn't look like Dumbledore really broke up a sweat.
No, that's why Voldemort basically did the cheap move and went after Harry.
Yeah. Because he feared Dumbledore.
Yep.
Versus Grindelwald had respect for him. Because they grew up together, they knew each other, they knew all of each other's moves.
Yep.
And that's why he was one of the best.
Pre-Hollow Crooks.
Mm-hmm.
It's pre-Horcrux, yes. This is him this is him in his prime, but we're taking away his Horcruxes. He knows his powers he has the same knowledge at the Battle of Hogwarts. It's just that he doesn't have Horcruxes and whatnot. Yeah. But anyway, go on, Mads.
That's largely my reasoning behind it. He is considered Dumbledore's equal. Which Voldemort, as powerful as he was never considered on that level. And their duel lasted days versus half an hour.
Oh my gosh. Voldemort has an anus for him.
I'm Megatron.
So good to see you, happy Megatron. The Cruxes are on the holodeck. Bilbo found one. I'm a noob to Harry Potter lore. Hey man, it's alright.
I'm an insomniac that looks for cheap things to research when I can't sleep.
Yeah. And as for my reasoning, besides the stuff that you both said, like I said, he has acknowledged there are other forms of magic that are useful. And his foreign nose. Is that why he is shit-faced? Oh my god, Steve.
I was trying not to laugh at that one.
I know. Just know if you can beat up a high school kid, you can take on Voldemort. Well, there was to be completely fair, there were circumstances, to why he couldn't kill Harry. All I know is Valdy couldn't kill a hairy baby, so I'm going with the Grindel guy.
I mean, Harry did come at him with a Expelliarmus.
Yeah.
Of all of the legion of spells out there, he goes with Expelliarmus against one of the most feared dark wizards out there.
Yep.
Voldemort really should have gone, you freaking kidding me with this?
Well,
Yeah, sometimes the most simple spells are the most effective.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that that they shared twin cores in the fourth book, and the fact that the wand that Voldemort was using in that very final moment belonged to Harry, he would have killed Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
he would have killed him. But it's like, yeah, dude. But Harry did get under his skin, especially after Voldemort was literally a caged or cornered animal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you really should not piss off a dude like that. I mean, as soon as he saw what's her name get killed, Bellatrix, the three that he was doing, he's like, get the fuck out of my way. He's like, fuck you all, get out of my way.
I don't know, but
I'm gonna kill the portly bitch.
Harry's a kid. Kids like to nose around in other people's business.
Oh my god. Voldemort could have just had a pimp shoot Harry when he was living with his aunt and uncle during the summer. You're damn. Yeah.
And you know what? Grindelwald probably would have, because he believed that Muggles actually had their uses, where Voldemort just wanted to get rid of all Muggles.
Exactly. The non-magique, the nomage, the Muggles, the cunt spells. I do not hate them. I do not think them worthless, but of other value, not lesser, but other.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, he can say that as a lie, but also there is truth to it. Grindelwald got beaten by Amber Heard, then she shat in his bed. Not really OP, is he? Oh my god, dude. Oz, good to see you, buddy. G'day, fuckers.
Hey.
I have no horse in this race. I'm just here to see people debate on an albino Jack Sparrow debate an albino Jack Sparrow fight a penis with a face. Well, make sure that you all smack that like button to show the haters who's boss.
Yes. I'm sorry, Steve. I gotta steal this. Pimp slap that like button.
Mm-hmm. Slap that like button. Slap it like a whore. No, I'm just kidding. Voldemort gonna do a drive wand by. Bang 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 bang, and the little magic wand. That is so cool. So sassy. But back to the serious issue of the thing. It really does come down to skill like we all said, Voldemort fought Dumbledore for maybe a few minutes. Grindelwald could go against Dumbledore for hours to days.
Mm-hmm.
He really doesn't stand a chance. I mean, yes,
he
can't be denied.
From Durmstrang, he was kicked out.
Yeah, he was kicked out because he was doing a lot of dark shit.
Yeah.
But he still found ways to further his goals and found ways to further his knowledge. I mean, just look at the escape scene in Crimes of Grindelwald.
Mhm.
He got Abernathy to frickin' switch places with him. He then conjured or took the storm and used it to his advantage and conjured the lightning to come down at those trailing or the Aurors behind him. It's like, oh, all right, lightning, do your business. And then he brought the frickin' water into, or he's a very elemental wizard.
Mhm.
Where you can use the other magic stuff too, sure, which he does, but he's very elemental with his magic. Protego Diabolica is a very fire-based dick slap that like button. Oh my god, I had Megatron. But he's very elemental based, where Voldemort, he just believes in dark magic. I mean, he does like a cool looking nightshade little or magical blast at Harry and at Dumbledore, and it's like, it just looks like Nightshade from Pokemon, you know? I mean, it's like, when did they start using Pokemon attacks? But then again, Voldemort, or I mean, he can really throw glass. I'll give you that. The dude can really throw glass. But then again, if anybody has any sort of elemental magic, like, say, Dumbledore, Earth. That's all I'm saying. Earth.
Now, I've just got this picture of, Voldemort going, "Ghastly, I choose you."
Oh my god. Well, they're both noseless pricks, so. Harry would use Abracadabra and Alakazam. I mean, he used it on on Dudley. And a funny little thing for you all. Dumbledore, Avada Kedavra, the killing curse, is actually derived from Abracadabra.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all didn't know that. Well, except for those who know. That clenching exercise Mads and I talked about last night would have decapitated Voldemort. I want to know.
That's something we'll talk about
Off stream. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
all I'll say
what?
is that woman seriously needs a good talking to. Who wrote that article? That's all I'll say.
Okay. Now. Well, yeah. That sounds like something that might need to be discussed off stream.
Yes.
I would just step on Voldemort. Would be a pain to clean up my foot afterwards, though. Well, yeah, he is kind of haggard, and his clothes is made of, shadows. So, yeah. But Voldemort, while he is very gifted, while he succeeded in all that stuff, pursuing immortality, I truly, honestly do believe that Grindelwald would slaughter him. I mean, Grindelwald is overall a better character. Mm-hmm. He is a better leader. He is a better villain.
He's a more charismatic leader.
That too. He turned the wizarding world upside down. He created a civil war where both sides were ready to kill each other. Where Voldemort terrorized the entirety of the wizarding world. And, well, except for America, because, well, they didn't really give us two shits. During Voldemort's reign, that is. It's like, yeah, people in America have heard of Harry Potter. Okay, kids survived a killing curse. Who cares? We're busy over here trying to take care of shit this way. But anyway, agreed, Mads. She needs to write more. Yeah, we'll talk about that stuff later. Happy night to you as well. Happy Dino 9000. Good to see that you've stepped up with your power level. It's 9,000! Now we just got to get it over 9,000. Yo, Happy, when you do create your next iteration put Happy Dinosaur over 9,000. Don't go to 10,000, just go over 9,000. They'll love it. Trust me. And so will the right people.
That's
But
just
yes.
the power of his heart.
Geeky, hanging in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Anything
feeling
to
good.
add?
No.
So, hold on 1 second, folks.
Holding. Oh, happy, I guess you're going to be 70 billion soon. Happy Megatron. Happy 70 billion. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think that might be Vibranium. Birthday. And happy dinosaur soon. I can soon Kamehameha, and I'm going to over 9,000 eventually, my friend, but I'm currently stuck at 9,000.
Soon I
Yep.
Soon I can Kamehameha or Kamahama. You butchered that, Happy. You butchered that.
Nah, he's fine.
I know. But and I'm going over 9,000 eventually, my friend. But I'm currently stuck at 9,000. Happy night to you, Soul. Yes, Chomp, people in the chat, give Happy a Chomp Chomp.
Mm-hmm.
And Happy Megatron is 69 billion years old last year. So he's 70, working on 70.
Soon, yeah, soon going to be 70 billion.
Yep. Still spry. That's good. But yeah, so to get more time on this versus stream, because honestly, this was kind of one-sided.
I will actually I did find it interesting that you did have the Rosier connection, because that was actually one of the names that was one of Voldemort's followers as well.
Because they were a family of dark wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think they're on the pureblood list.
Yes.
Or the list of long-lined purebloods. If I remember correctly. Now, my descendant transforms into a T-Rex. He likes chomping too. Oh my gosh. I'm currently chomping store brand cookies because you're replaceable Oreos. Honestly, I'm not even getting into the Oreo discussion. I mean, I already said my piece, and it was a very short and sweet one. It's like, yeah, we know. What's your point?
I'm not even sure what the Oreo discussion is.
All they did was, or they tweeted out, trans people exist. It's like, yeah, we know. What's your point?
Okay.
I mean, what is your point except for the fact that you're pandering and that you want to make a buck off of trans people? Is your Oreo going to taste any different? Are you adding a new flavor? Are you adding even more stuffing to those stuffings that are like this freaking big? What does it have to do with your brand?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change whether I'll buy it or not, because I don't eat Oreos. So
I used to eat Oreos. I am on a hiatus, or Oreo hiatus, not because of any stupid shit that they said or did. It's just that, well, I'm trying to get rid of this.
Yeah, no, I haven't touched an Oreo since I was a kid. So
good on you.
No, I've got sisters who played pranks on me.
I
don't touch any sandwich cookies since then.
We need 40 times stuffed Oreo. Dude, that's just disgusting. But it's worth it.
You just need a jar of Oreo filling.
Yeah, just get a jar of Oreo filling, or Pringles can or length of Oreo filling, and slap 2 freaking sides of Oreos. There you go. There's your 40 stuffed. Holy shit, man. It's like that kid that wanted to buy a Big Mac because he wanted to be like his dad. Then he gets it. Dad, where do I start with this? I missed that commercial. We did a lot of segues.
We did.
Okay. What was your... Let's go over favorite moments. Geeky, what was your favorite Voldemort moment in either book or movies, if you've read the books?
I have read the books and I've watched the movies. I would probably say my favorite moment was probably on the part where it's actually eating the unicorn, because you know it's Voldemort.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that Harry is just kind of petrified.
Yeah. Alrighty. And what is your favorite Grindelwald moment?
Probably the moment that it did the fire around the Colosseum, I think it was.
The Protego Diabolica, and it was in the crypt, yeah. That's what that spell is actually called. It's Protego Diabolica, which everybody knows Protego to be a shield charm. This is on a whole nother level because of the Diabolica, which is diabolical.
Ultimate shield.
Basically, yeah.
It only protects those that are loyal. Anyone else burns.
Yep. And I just loved that whole scene where or two Aurors look at each other and they're like, fuck this, we're out. And then the tendrils just come up and just smack, just like snake whip it. It's like, get the fuck. You're trying to get out. No. Play by the rules, children. Mr. Scamander, do you think Dumbledore will mourn for you? That was a good shot. Or that was a good freaking moment. Mads, what is your favorite Voldemort moment?
I have to go with that scene in the graveyard, just after he comes back. You know, when they're about to do that duel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first of all, I love that entrance of "Kill despair." Love that.
Yep.
But when they're about to do that duel, like, now, come on, Harry, you have to bow. Dumbledore would want you to.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really liked that. That was cute.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the better ones. And what is your favorite Grindelwald moment?
I haven't seen the second movie yet. I kind of forgot it was out.
Hold on.
Yeah. So I largely get to see him as Percival. So yeah.
My favorite Voldemort moment.
Good point, Dino.
How did Voldemort not suffocate in the turban? Yeah, that is a good point. It's like, God, it stinks burger. We can't even fucking breathe. Pull this fucking thing off. I need to breathe for every few minutes, you fuck. But actually, my favorite Voldemort moment. Let's see here. Well, it may actually be very mundane to many people. It was when he learned how to get Horcruxes from Slughorn. This is Tom Riddle at his most dangerous, because you don't know, he's playing Slughorn. First off, he's seducing him. He's playing to his weakness, but he can put together most of what he needs through the information, but he does want to know, or chances are he knew the information. He just wanted to know, or he wanted it confirmed. But I'm willing to bet that if it wasn't for the fact that they were on Hogwarts grounds, he would have killed Slughorn right then and there. Because after learning about it, it's like, yeah, thanks. You're no longer necessary. Bye. Bye. But yeah, that is actually my favorite moment because it shows you just how seductive Tom Riddle was when he was attaining power.
Mhm.
Now, when he had his power, I would say my favorite moment would be, well, actually, the fight between Dumbledore and Voldemort.
It was a good fight.
It was. My favorite Voldemort moment was the one we first saw Lord Voldemort on that guy with the turban's back head. I didn't expect that as a kid. Yeah. I mean, it's like, dude, that kind of looks creepy. Now, my favorite Grindelwald moment was actually, it's twofold. The entirety of the crypt sequence. The entirety of the crypt sequence, as well as his talk with Queenie when he comes in. And she's like, you stay right there. And he's like, you're an innocent. It's not your fault that your sister is an Auror. You should be able to love freely. He knew exactly what she wanted.
Mhm.
She knew how to play him or her. She knew the best way to win her over was to play on, well, you can love whoever you want. It's just that you're going to be loving a slave eventually, but he doesn't tell her that. I mean, one of them even basically says that I don't think that one was named Rosier, but she was the one that was carrying the skull. They've had their times. It's our time now. And he's like, we don't say that out loud. And to torture and kill the muggles. Not all of them. Some of them will have some value and some use. They can always be put to good use. But that crypt where he is basically giving the speech, and basically he's giving a speech to many pure-blooded wizards and other wizards who may not even be pure-blood, but still look down on the muggles. You can hear some of them saying, vermin, and whatnot. But even though, or he explains it, he's like, I don't see them as worthless, just other value, not lesser, but other, and whatnot. You could tell that he actually got many of them to think maybe he's like, that does make sense. I mean, he turns zealots into deeper thinkers, so to speak.
It's that right there, which is why I think Grindelwald is a more interesting character. Because
Exactly.
going into researching him, it really sounds like if it wasn't for what happened to Dumbledore's sister, Ariana,
Yeah.
Dumbledore really could have gone down a very different path because of the influence Grindelwald had over him.
Mm-hmm. And he could have, and believe me, if they had stuck together, if it wasn't for Aberforth and Ariana,
Mhm.
Dumbledore and Grindelwald would have actually succeeded.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that they would have succeeded in taking over the Wizarding world and eventually taking over the world, period. But yes, my favorite after effect of Voldemort was the outside of the crypt when Protega Diabolica actually escaped the crypt's confines, where they had to, it was a perfect blend of music, sound, action, and acting, where they had to do the Finite Incantatem ring around the crypt. And when I watched that scene, if a movie can elicit tears or the tickle behind the nose that leads to tears, that's a good movie. That is a movie that can actually elicit an emotional response from me that's involuntary.
Mhm.
It's like, God damn it, I don't want to cry, but it's going to make me anyway. When they all are yelling finite and putting their wands into the earth, it's like, you know some shit's about to go down. They're fighting freaking dragons. It's like, how the fuck do you stop something like this? Because every time that they were blasting the dragons before they cast the charm, they automatically just regenerated or split. I'm willing to bet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the spell literally, or after Grindelwald left, he's like, I hate Paris, and then just whoosh, his disapparition just seemed a lot more violent and menacing. It's like whoosh, it's like, whoa, okay, he's gone. Elvis has left the building or crypt. Holy shit, Elvis, Jesus. Anyway, sorry, had a weird brain thought there. Tickle behind the nose. Was that a personal attack on Voldemort? Oh my God, Soul Assassin. Dude, I love that. Send that to Brie Larson.
Okay, and for his comment just prior,
Yeah.
Dark Dumbledore would be something to see.
Indeed, it really would.
He let 3 first years
Go into a freaking chamber.
Go into a chamber that was designed to kill people.
Yeah. Dumbledore is a ruthless motherfucker when you think about it.
He was already pretty damn dark.
Yeah. It's like, if they're wise, or if they're good enough to get through this shit, this is stuff that 5th years would have a problem with.
Yeah. Let you have to get past Fluffy.
Yeah.
Through the vines that are going to strangle you.
Mm-hmm. Double snare. Yep.
And there was a lot more
chess pieces.
Yep.
There was a lot more that they went through.
The potions
that they didn't show in the movie.
Yeah. They had the potions. They had a couple other things too. I mean, Harry had to frickin' go up against a Sphinx.
Yep.
And it's like, you do know what happens if you fail that damn thing's riddle. It will kill you.
The whole time.
Yeah.
He's considered the most powerful wizard going. Yep. Or one of. And he lets these kids just fall on the dangerous side. On the dangerous stuff.
Gives a 13-year-old a time manipulator.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, yeah. What other shit can I put this kid through?
Yeah.
5th year. I'm going to put you with the person you hate most, and he's going to teach you occlumency.
Yeah.
It's like, you literally gave Snape the keys to the kingdom right there, man. He is going to milk it.
Yeah, the person that cannot stand you because you resemble his bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Soul Assassin.
But it also has
my kid took one look at Fluffy and she's like, "Can we get one?"
Yeah, you want a Cerberus? Okay, I'll get you a Cerberus.
She did. She's like, "Oh, Mom, I want one." I'm like, "That's my girl."
There you go. Now, what were you saying, Kiki?
I was saying, don't forget that Snape also sees Lily and Harry.
Every time he looks at Harry, yes, the eyes. They got that so wrong.
Oh yeah, his eyes are supposed to be like a green. But then again, I guess it would be kind of hard to find an actor with green eyes.
Well, they tried contacts, but apparently he's allergic.
Yeah, they didn't work too well. Except that he uses them very well in other movies.
Yeah, I know. I was like, so maybe those particular contacts.
Yeah, and it's like, they actually wanted J.K. Rowling to play his mother.
That would have been interesting.
Well, it also would have made more sense eye-wise because, well, she also does have lighter eyes. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah. Dumbledore can see through the invisibility cloak. Mm-hmm. I don't think he can see through it, but he knows that Harry would use it. Because that is a deathly hallow. It is impenetrable.
Actually, no, it's not. Moody's magic eye can see it.
Yes, his magic eye can see through it. Now, maybe Dumbledore could actually see through it through other magical means.
Maybe through his glasses, because he looked right at it through his glasses.
Yeah, it's like, I know you're there.
That, or he can see the shape, because everything else around it's perfect, and then he can see like a shape.
Yeah.
If you know what to look for, you probably can see it.
Moves that you see the shimmer.
Mm-hmm.
And, but yeah.
He also could have just heard. Yeah. He also could have just heard Harry and Ron arguing too.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like freaking Ron was very quiet when he was saying that. It's like, it's that boss. Cornelius Fudge, Minister of Magic. It's like, problem with that movie, Ron's voice kept on breaking because he was going through puberty at that moment.
Poor guy.
He did have the cloak for at least 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in that time, that would have given a brilliant wizard like Dumbledore a chance to,
examine it completely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he's like, okay, here's the one way that I can see through this son of a bitch.
Well, if I'm going to hand it over to our first year, I might as well know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hand it over to a teenage boy.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Ability to wander around completely invisible. And what does he do? He goes to the library. Bro.
Yep.
He goes to the library. He doesn't even go on the girls' side.
Well,
to be fair, the girls' side does have
because that's protected.
Yes, it had magical alarms on it.
Yep. If a boy was to try to go up there, it would turn the stairs into a slide.
Yep.
But yet the girls can go to the boys.
Yep. I know, right? It's like,
they can just get it on. It's like, okay, well, boys are, not trustworthy. Okay, well, the girls can be just as untrustworthy, and now go to the boys and get it on right there.
They did show. They did show that boys can walk into the females' bathrooms with no consequences.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's only the dorm room where they're in their beds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bathroom and no protection.
Not where they shower. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, are you freaking kidding me? That is so freaking easy to overlook.
Any other teenage boy with an invisibility cloak, he ain't going to the library.
Exactly. I mean, I'm a freaking guy. I'm gonna admit right now, if I had a fucking invisibility cloak, damn right I would. Or if I was younger, I'd use it for more lecherous purposes.
So would I. Being honest, I would have.
I mean, shit, man. It'd be like, I was wondering what they all do in this. Oh my god, that's what they do! Holy shit! No, I'd be like, damn. So okay, she's got a freaking tattoo on her left ass cheek in the shape of a lion. Pansy Parkinson, she's a total fucking slut. She was doing crab and goyle in the frickin' girls' locker room, or in the girls' frickin' bathroom on the 4th floor. Don't even get me started on Amelia Bones, man.
Yeah, there's a reason. You would have all the girls blackmailed.
Bones. The what?
You would have had all the girls blackmailed.
I mean, if I wanted to go dark, yeah, I could do that. But no. I mean, maybe if I was younger, definitely. Fucking definitely. I would misuse it. Who wouldn't? Honestly. Exactly. But with age comes wisdom, so sometimes. And hell, man,
I'd still misuse it.
I'd be tempted, yeah. I mean, sure. It'd be like, get your own fucking invisibility cloak. I'm going to perv on these chicks. You can get your own. Now, do you guys know where they come from? Invisibility cloaks.
Mm, well, that one came from death, but
Well, supposedly. I actually have theories on that. We actually see where they come from in the first Fantastic Beasts movie.
Mhm.
One of the beasts, the
True.
demiguise, because they were hunted to near extinction because of their magical quality of their skin and their fur. Now, this one demiguise that creates the Hallow, the invisibility cloak, the perfect cloak, I'm willing to bet this was a demiguise because they're mostly peaceful creatures. Maybe this one was not so peaceful and was a very powerful one. And it'd be like,
Maybe.
yeah, and so maybe the Peveril killed it. And it was about to eat his brain or some shit. Ain't no way invisibility cloak fitting over my fat teenage ass. Freaking happy
Same.
days.
They had like 2 and I think at one point 3 teenagers in there.
Yeah.
You'd be fine.
Chamber of Secrets, literally. Best not give me that invisibility cloak. He doesn't even go through Hagrid's porn stash. Oh yeah.
I love the pervy wankers that are in the chat.
Okay, what would you do with a? What would you? Let's be honest. What would you do with a invisibility cloak, Geeky?
Probably what everyone else would do.
Perv out.
Explore the sexualities of oneself.
All right, perv out it is. Mads.
Oh, no, still to this day, yeah, I'd perv out. Go check out.
We know who you'd spy on.
Oh yeah.
Demajanai, Abunaz, Mark with a C.
Definitely Mark, yeah.
We know who you. I know you so well. Me, of course, I'd freaking perv out. I mean, I'm shameless. I'd fucking perv out. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I would.
That's why I actually had. I've had that question asked a number of times in interviews. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Never go with invisibility, because there is nothing you can do with that doesn't make you look like a pervert or a criminal.
Yeah, you want to know what I would do? Super speed, like the Flash. You want to know why?
Why?
You could go through things. You could phase your body through things. You can become invisible just by vibrating at a frequency that literally makes your body go into flux.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, you could freaking throw fucking lightning. Everybody's like, why not flight? You need hollow bones for flying. You don't want that. Hollow bones would make you very brittle. You'd need to have a metabolism that makes you bone thin every day. So no, I'm not taking flight. I would take super speed because your body would be conditioned for it. Your body would be able to handle it. Also, it comes with a whole menagerie of other cool tricks.
It would be nice. It would be nice to be able to clean the apartment, super quick.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it'd be like, hey, can you give me? Yeah, was this it? No, actually, I wanted something different. Fuck.
I usually go with Martian Manhunter's abilities. That carries a good number of.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I could have anything magical or anything, well, if I could turn this into what it is really meant to be, yeah, let's just say that I'd be using it. It'd be like, hey, anybody want to visit from the Orange Hat? Open up a portal. Okay, I'm there. It's like, okay, we're gonna go to sleep now. It's like, all right, I'm gonna sleep in my own bed, 100 miles away.
I don't. I'm sorry, I'm seeing his comment there. I've got to interrupt you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, because he's saying, however, I'm stuck with super strength and durability with atomic puke. I don't know if you're familiar with. In the 90s, there was a game called Primal Rage.
Yeah.
You were fighting with dinosaurs and all of that stuff.
Was that Primal Rage or was that Killer Instinct?
Primal Rage. I spent a whole summer playing it. I actually even have a book around here somewhere. One of the ones you played with actually did have atomic puke, but that was a gorilla.
Mm-hmm. Soul Assassin super speed, but not in the bedroom. Gotta set limits. You're damn right, man. You do gotta set limits.
I see. Yeah, Primal Rage, awesome. Yeah, it's still to this day, it's one of my favorite games.
Nice. Well, we are actually over time. So, final count. I think we all agree that maybe
This is a TKO.
out of 10. Yeah, this is out of 10. 10 for 10 or 9 out of 10?
10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So, yeah, folks, this is definitely a runaway with Grindelwald. He's overall just a better wizard, and he
has a bigger hobby list.
Or he was Dumbledore's freaking equal. And what were you saying?
He has a much bigger list of hobbies.
Yeah, that too. He's more sophisticated. He's more chaotic, or he's more chaotic evil. No, he's chaotic neutral. I would actually put him in chaotic neutral, where Voldemort is basically fuck all. I'm evil. I mean, that just sort of reminds me of TFS. He's like, well, that's not very nice. Of course not. I'm fucking evil. Diablo and Red T-Rex was my character. Nice. The Red T-Rex, sorry. All right, but yes. Thank you to Geeky and Mads for helping me with this one. It is truly wonderful to have you back, Mads. And Geeky, it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Anytime.
And I hope that you feel better.
Me too.
Yes, yep. Rest up.
Because if you and Riot come on again, it's always a pleasure to have you both on, because nobody knows which one of you is talking except if you are, or except because of your avatars. But yes, folks, Grindelwald definitely takes this one, and it was well done. It was well thought out, sure, at first, but then in hindsight, when we do the stream, it's like, now that I think about it, what? Or Voldemort just sucks. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to wrap this up. 2 weeks, I got a Battle of the Vampire Babes, Blood Rain versus Celine from Underworld. Mads or Geeky, do you want in?
I only really know about Celine. I haven't played any Blood Rain.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
I've seen the movies.
I will definitely be doing my own research on Blood Rain, because I only know from the movies of what she's capable, or one movie of what she's capable of, when Kristana Loken was Blood Rain. That was an interesting movie. Anyway, but yeah, when it comes to versus streams, even if you only know about one, we're going to go more over both characters in the stream. So if you want in...
depends if the Sting flu is gone or whatever.
Well, I'll type you in as a maybe. How about that?
If you're short, I'll pop in. Though I'm generally hoping to keep Fridays open at this point. So.
Okie dokie. I'll type both you in as maybes. And with that, folks, stay tuned for next week, where me, Lorena, and Mad Mardigan and G-Fan talk the last Rambo movie, which is Last Blood, obviously. So, yeah, and then we are going to be doing, or 2 weeks after that, the next movie discussion will be the Caesar trilogy of Planet of the Apes. And Mads, I believe you did say you wanted in on that.
Yes, I did.
Alrighty, so definitely stay tuned, folks. Like I said, I'm going to probably do more random streams throughout my visit down here. And I'm going to be down here for 2 months. So, yeah, it's better internet. And it's kind of a vacation, but not really. Anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in. Soul Assassin, G-Fan, Dino. It's always a pleasure to see you guys. Who else was in the chat? I know I saw Stig, Epi the Oz, or Epime the Oz. Who else? Happy Megatron, always a pleasure. G-Fan, Biggles. Thank you all for tuning in. And to the 6 people who downvoted my video, thank you as well. You still gave me a view.
Mm-hmm.
And you contributed to my watch time going up. Thank you. You helped, even though you did it out of hate. DJ Odyssey, also, thank you for stopping by. So, folks, also sub to these lovely ladies. Geeky does some wonderful AMVs and tributes. I am still in love with that Vegeta tribute.
Thank you.
Mads, she does some great stuff herself. Are you still putting together dolls and whatnot?
I am working on some projects. Also looking at getting back into a poetry, doing the weekly poetry streams.
Nice.
You know, might do some cooking every now and then. I have the attention span of crayons, you know.
Geeky. And Mads, possibly. And alrighty, that is going to wrap it up. And thank you, folks. Gorilla Glue, Soul Assassin. Okay, man, yeah. I'm pretty sure Gorilla Glue I think somebody else pulled the same shit as that other woman. I heard somebody else pulled the same shit. But
Well,
anyway.
yes and no, but that person actually used the Gorilla Glue.
Alrighty. Well, anyway, folks, we are going to wrap it up on Gorilla Glue. So, have a good night. Geeky, it's always a pleasure. Matt, it's always a pleasure. Sub to these lovely ladies, folks. And we'll catch you all on the next one. And until then, stay humble.